It's been too long. Everybody.
I like I like that thumbnail. That's like T Mitch looking at Ken every time he says something crazy.
Basically, that's me and Ken, 100%. You know, but and I'm sure we'll have some more viral content coming up soon. I mean, it's never dull
We
moment
always
when you
do.
get it when you get the
And
complete
what do we
polar
have to say?
opposites. The complete
What
polar
do we have to
opposites.
Yeah, completely. But what did we have to say that got all the attention last time?
I think it was
Oh, I don't know.
Hitler.
You were talking.
It,
about
it,
this.
it, it was Hitler.
Yeah.
Hitler and
Yeah.
Star Wars. Something was
It was
going
Yeah,
on.
Dolores Hitler
Yeah.
running.
Dolores
Dolores
Hitler.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
distant
Dolores.
cousin of Dolores Claiborne.
Oh boy.
Completely twisted lives. I feel we're getting somewhere with the internet. I mean, I feel like we're gonna break it.
Hey.
But I'm not going to use my ass. I'm not going to do it.
Dolores must be a bad. Dolores must be a bad name because there was Dolores Umbridge as well in the Harry Potter
Yeah.
series.
Yep. She very bad character
Dolores
also.
Umbridge, so.
Just
Yeah.
old.
All right.
I think
Dolores is not a name that you might want to name your children.
And Dolores Herbig from
But
Dead
as you
Like
guys
Me.
see,
Dolores Herbig, as in her big brown eyes.
oh, that's a good one.
But she was nice. Yeah, she was a good person though. But friendly to the undead. Friendly to the undead.
Here we go. All right.
But yeah, guys, it's been a little bit. So welcome everyone. If you're new to Carbonite Bounty BS with me and the nerds here, it's good to be back. You know, a couple crazy weeks, crazy weather all over the tri-state area. Actually, all over the whole eastern side of the United States. We can't even say tri-state anymore. I mean, Florida got snow and freezing in Orlando. It's crazy, right? So yeah, you know,
Yeah.
it's great. That
They're gonna
everybody's
change
safe
the
and-
name of Earth to Hoth in probably in 3 years.
Let's just change it to
Right? Crazy. Right?
Oh man.
Third
Yeah.
planet
We'll do that.
Hoth.
We literally just got out of the deep freeze. I don't have any snow, any icebergs, any ice mountains in my yard. Literally, we just got like deep unthawed. It was like ice age.
it was
Mhm.
like
So,
today when I got out. You know,
yeah, finally. Yeah,
really nice, really
So-
nice, but very, very muddy.
nice.
It's a muddy world.
Right. So, yeah, this will be the muddy time where the yards will be nasty and everything. We'll get back to business as usual. But yeah, guys, like I said, if you're new, welcome to Carbonite Bounty BS. Yeah, we got some fun things to go over today. Definitely fun things to discuss today. Before we dive into the myriad of topics, as well as our Vision episode 3 or episode 4, episode 4 review. Let's let our guy DP let you guys know where to find us at.
All right. You will find us all over social media at Nerdcyclopedia. We are on X, formerly known as Twitter, on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. We're all, dancing and doing all that good stuff over there. Make sure that you're following us all over social media. Listen to us on podcasts though, too. We're on iHeartRadio, TuneIn, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Odyssey, anywhere that you listen to your favorite podcast. Guess what? Nerdcyclopedia and Carbonite Bounty BS is there. If you're watching us on YouTube, make sure you smash that subscribe button, hit that notification button, and let all your friends know that we're on. All right. So the notifications are on so that you know that we're on and everything. Yeah, there we go. All right. Make sure that you are leaving us some feedback at nerdcyclopediafeedback@gmail.com. We love getting all your feedback and everything. That email is still free. It's 2026. It's still free. So I'm glad to say that. It's a beautiful thing. We gotta get a good clap in for that. Email is still free. All right. But yeah, just send us the email. We'll try to get it on air and give you guys some feedback and stuff.
Hey, what about this thing up in the corner here? Wanna tell us about that?
We are the QR code. Yeah. Props to Scott for putting in that QR code and everything. It will guide you straight to our YouTube channel. So
I
make
think you
sure
can
that
use your camera. You can use your camera for that. You don't need an app that
You're
you have to pay for or anything. You can just use your free camera that's already on your phone.
just use a free camera that came with your phone that you paid for. Okay.
Not us.
Snapchat or not us. Point that straight to the QR code. It'll take you right to our YouTube page, and you can hit that subscribe button. And also make sure that you're sharing it too. So just like you do with all your favorite Nerdcyclopedia content.
Well done.
Yes, well done, well done.
Thank
well,
you.
guys,
Thank you.
Roll it again.
It's been a little bit of time, but yeah, guys, a lot to catch up. Obviously, breaking news. We have a new. I mean, it's not really breaking, I guess, but we have a new CEO in waiting. So, that's kind of a big deal. Josh tomorrow leaves the park segment and becomes the new CEO of Disney. I don't know if we'll have enough time to literally break that down on this episode. So, yeah, I mean, some of the changes, obviously, we got Kathleen Kennedy making her, I don't know how to say it. We'll just say she retired. There's a lot of speculation now. So we'll just say she went into retirement, and now looks like Dave Filoni will be the head of Lucasfilm.
Someone new to blame.
Exactly. So that's the thing, as harsh as I was, and I think a lot of us were, I'm going to keep the same energy for Dave Filoni. So, we're going to see, because as we know, the head of the snake always gets the shovel first. We'll see
eventually.
We'll see if it truly was her or if this was a Suits thing, that Filoni doesn't have creative control over, not necessarily. So, yeah, big changes in Star Wars world. I mean, we're hearing so much stuff, right? Kylo Ren's not alive. We're hearing the redaction of Episode 7, 8, and 9, which is, to most of our opinion, much needed, right? I think they need to redact it and kind of.
I don't know about the whole thing.
Wow.
I don't know about the whole thing. Number one, number two, I still think there's a way. I think they could probably make 3-4 more movies, stick them in the middle there. It could make it make sense.
Yeah, I think they can edit. I think they could do editing and maybe a special edition. They don't need to redo the film.
Yeah,
that's overboard.
What if we put Jabba the Hutt, like a CGI Jabba the Hutt in Episode 7?
Mm-hmm.
After what I just seen, what I've seen, I'm cool.
Okay. So now you want to you turn into some sort of zombie, and he comes back from the dead. I mean, just stick him in there. I mean, just because. Oh, are you talking about a flashback? You mean like a flashback, like?
I want to see.
Like anytime Han is in a scene, there's Jabba in the background.
I want to see him walk around, and step up on the tail, and walk back in front. That's what
Han's tail, because Han became Bosk all of a sudden. So he's got this long tail, and Jabba can step on his tail.
Yeah, that's how. I don't know, T. Mitch. My feelings on the sequel trilogy is that maybe they started off like 1 degree off target, right? Well, if you're 1 degree off and you start here and you just keep going in that direction, you get pretty far off. Right?
Eventually, because
So it's fair to say I definitely wanted different movies, and that very different episodes.
Why can't they just do the Thrawn trilogy that was initially intended to be the post Quill? Start with Heir to the Empire.
That was that's going to be the next spoiler alert. That's going to be a live action. It's not going to be like a big bad movie. The Mando season 4 was canceled because of this lovely movie and trailer we're about to get for you guys today. So there will be no Mando season 4. Ahsoka season 2 obviously was delayed, but that should be out. But yeah, the Thrawn kind of big bad that Filoni had is now going to be moved to Disney Plus limited series. So Heir to the Empire will be a series, not a movie. That was before DeMauro got the job. I know there's a lot of stuff changing budget-wise. Like I said, he's a parks guy. I don't know how this affects the movie segment. I mean, he basically just said, if you guys weren't aware, that Disney was building Villain Lands Beyond Thunder Mountain. They've shelved that because they basically told him, since he's a parks guy, that we're going to shelve it because the new Villains Land we want to build, we're giving you a blank check. So before it was going to be like a mini land, kind of like a Galaxy's Edge type deal, and they said that's not big enough. They want full scale, so they're actually going to pause that. They're still going to do the Cars ride, whatever, where they're going to remote. Villains Land is going to get a whole new revamp. It's going to probably be double or triple what was released at D23. So.
If they're smart, they will put a sushi stand in there that's run by Ursula from The Little Mermaid.
Bro, the Little Mermaid needs to, yeah.
And the whole thing is served in a giant clamshell.
Yes.
Yeah. The Little Mermaid.
like the boat they have over at that they have in Epcot. They've got that boat at the what's the restaurant called, Team Mitch? Kasabati. They got the boat.
The Asian restaurant, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got that boat. They can do it. They do the same thing, but in a giant oyster shell or clam shell.
Good.
Let me ask you, if they did one of those Korean dishes where they pour the soy sauce on like an octopus and it starts moving around, and she's singing "Poor Unfortunate Souls," you're telling me you're not going to be having the time of your life? Come on.
It's pure magic. Pure magic. And they eat, every table gets a dingle hopper, and that's what you eat.
A dingle what?
Dingle hopper. Come on, what's wrong?
I'll write it in.
A
dingle hopper.
A dingle hopper.
A little dingle hopper. There we go.
That's what Ariel called a fork. He called it a dingle hopper.
That's what the
gotcha.
Worldly seagull. Actually, he's just picking up.
Yeah, it's definitely crazy time with these budgets. I mean, I'm just glad we're getting the content. And then I don't know if a lot of you guys seen it. I mean, bro, the stuff these guys are doing with Sora, not even Sora, these open AI sources. There's a couple pages I follow.
Yeah.
Somebody did like kind of like Duel of the Fates. I reached out to a couple of them trying to get some ideas like what they're doing in the technology, but as Hitch alluded to, with IP is kind of becoming more public, and I will say kudos to Disney for them releasing and allowing creators to be able to use their properties that are trademarked. I know it's a lot of stuff's going public with Mickey Mouse and stuff, but the fact that they're letting people do this stuff and being monetized on YouTube and stuff is really cool, because I didn't ever do that. So yeah, I mean, I know we were working on
a chance to use the technology, so I mean, it is what it is and stuff. So
have you seen any of it?
Have
you guys seen any of it? Yeah,
I haven't seen. Yeah.
I'll put it in the chat, but bro, some of these things, I mean, like it's amazing what this AI, how fast it's come. And think about when we were doing our story and we were just using ChatGPT. Well, literally, with some of these sources, we can input this stuff and it literally you can animate. It's crazy. So yeah, I'll share that with you guys here shortly. But no, I mean,
So we could bring the what was the one that we were trying to create? With Calrissian, Lando.
Calrissian.
Yeah, we were trying to. We can actually bring that to life now, huh?
You can, yes.
Make our own fanfic. Yeah, there we go. We should revisit that one day. See how it goes.
We will.
Yeah,
DP. I know you have something loaded for us. So a little. If you guys haven't, this has been a spoiler alert, but if you guys haven't seen it, we are going to debut on our show, do a live reaction here with the Mandu and Grogu trailer. That's end of May at some point, right?
Yeah. We'll check it out now and see how what you guys think of it. All right, so let's go ahead and play that.
Good shot, baby.
Wait a minute. Was that the most recent one?
I think it's another one.
That was the teaser. I think that was the teaser. I think there's another one. There's one that has more.
You got duped.
I got duped, huh? All right.
Time to apologize.
So hold on.
Internet.
Hey, YouTube.
Hey, bonus. They get bonus footage. Bonus footage. They get 2.
Yeah, because I was about to say like that was Oh yeah, I think I got duped there. Oh, sorry guys. Hold up. Let's do it. Let's run that back again here.
Yeah, we should have knew. It wasn't a trailer. His helmet wasn't on.
Skip it.
Never touch the buttons. I can use some information.
Whoa, for this price, I'll tell you whatever you want.
I'm looking for a hut.
Close for the night. Thank you.
Gangsters. War criminals.
Long live the Empire.
We'll take out every bad guy in your deck of cards.
This isn't about revenge. It's about preventing another war.
Strap in.
He will suffer. And then it will be his turn.
We're going into harm's way. Check your armor. The kid will live centuries beyond me. I won't always be around to protect him.
Are you scared? You should be.
Do we run? Or do we fight?
I like this kid.
What are you waiting for? Let's save the rest for after dinner.
T-Mitch has his tickets already, guys. Already, man. Already. Hey.
So it's nice. That was great because that trailer had the same vibe as this episode that we're about to review from Visions, Bounty Hunter.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
It had elements from all, the whole story, both the new and old. We see the Razor Crest back. I mean, we see a lot of great stuff, good story writing. I mean, I can see this being I can see this being a hit. I think people
can
somebody stop him now, please.
Okay, tell me what is wrong with it. Tell me what you don't like about it.
I'll let T Mitch speak on that, but I'll say this about the trailer. I don't know what you saw, but I didn't see any type of plot, in that trailer. Now that's not to say that it was bad. I just didn't see anything like what is the story about? What is it about? About a bunch of Mando shooting and he's doing his thing.
2 hour, yeah, 2 hours
Grogu
of
is doing his
side
thing. We get
he's
Pedro Pascal in his face.
He's fighting,
but it doesn't really say what it's about.
So neither did the original film when it came out. It was just a story of a boy in a galaxy and a struggle, which is basically a lot of action films. It's
For the listeners,
simple.
Please,
it's a very simple story.
Yeah, we're going to clip this
because
this
he
is
said
going
the
viral.
same thing. He said the same thing about episode 8 until Ken finally had his meltdown. So in a year's time from now, we're going to revisit this. Ken's going to be like, "Yeah, man, that was 4. It was shit." I'm like, "Yeah, we told you, Ken, for a whole year." I know the optimism. Ken's very optimistic about these projects.
I could do this. I could say I've been watching the original films without anything, no added, nothing, no trickery, nothing cleaned up.
You got the original,
and they stand alone. They're simple. There's no fluff, no technology. We didn't need any great special effects. We need some action. We need a story that flows that we can sink our teeth into, and that's it. You guys are getting like, I don't know, you're starstruck with all this AI and all this technology. You don't need it.
I mean that's easy.
You're like, and I think what George did going back with the special edition was not needed.
Hey, don't put George in this dumpster fire.
It didn't move the story. It didn't move the story forward. Didn't really connect anything.
If
anything,
even George wasn't happy with the technology.
Bro, George
he had to go back and
go to premiere, bro. George hasn't even seen 8 and 9. He wouldn't even go watch them. So
here is the main beef that I'm going to have with this movie. When this show started, I thought to myself, you got a guy wearing a mask all the time and a puppet, essentially.
And we never had that in Star Wars. We've never had anyone wearing a mask or a puppet, ever.
I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just pointing out from a production standpoint.
That was the first thing you started with. You said,
I'm
wearing a mask and a puppet.
You're assuming you know my intentions, mind reading, Ken. So why don't you relax?
It's scrolling right underneath you. You didn't know that? Your intentions.
All they had to do is just make a bunch of these. Like they could just be going to different planets and doing shit. They could have shat out 30 of these a year, 30 of them a year like they used to on regular TV. And you know what they did? They stopped. They started making like 3 every 36 months or whatever. Now they're made it a movie. And you know what? Sometimes when you make a TV show into a movie, it doesn't translate right. And this has a whole lot of build up for this story. A whole lot of build up to this story. And you're right. I don't know if this advances the greater arc and plot of Star Wars, in the post-episode era. I don't know what the plot could be. And if it is just like 4 episodes of The Mandalorian,
smashed together.
Please no. Please no. Please no. Please no.
Why aren't you just shitting out 10 of these a year like a competent multinational mouse conglomerate can do? You can design check to villains land or whatever the hell that is that you guys go to, and you can't shit out 10 episodes of a spaghetti western because the puppet costs too much. Is that
bro? It's 100%. It's 100% it. The production cost of a 10-episode season 4. It was cheaper to do this movie than that season 4. 100%.
That doesn't make any sense because back when I was a boy, they could make.
I agree. I agree with what you're saying.
They made 22.
These things are way too complicated and they're too expensive. Why are they doing that? Why are they doing that?
The number 1 television show in the world started a puppet named Alf. That was an alien.
Alf, yeah.
Wait. That's the number 1 TV show?
It's the only show that was on. So
Hey,
This
Alf was number one at some point. Yeah, I remember that.
Deal. It was on everything, like Burger King, toy, whatever. Alf was everywhere, and you know they figured that out. They made like 25 of those a year, and they were excellent. And you're telling me Disney can't find a way to make 10 episodes of television starring a little green puppet and make them be on?
So I just pulled up the analytics. So yeah, Mandalorian Grogu cost $8 million more than season 3. However, the issue became with season 3 as we started doing the Jack Blacks. It started going sideways. So like I said, I don't know moving forward with Filoni at the head now how things will look, but I know the rate, and we talked when we reviewed season 3. A couple of those episodes was like, yo, what the fuck are we doing? Like, we're getting away from like what we liked about the show, and then like
they started
in.
They were going back and forth between Mandalorian and Boba Fett. It was like this. It was like they were getting everything.
They were
trying
to. They were trying to right wrongs instead of like keeping the show the same. Like we know that Boba Fett didn't work, so just leave it alone moving forward.
The less said about the Boba Fett. I'm the sheriff now. Like, why? Why? I'm going to stay right here and not go anywhere. And that way, I won't be able to do anything. It's like getting a toy and putting it on a shelf and like leaving
never opening it
right next to the Power Rangers, which I remember from that series. So, you know, I don't know. I'm optimistic about the movie. The story will be good, and I'll have a fun time in the movie. But I'm going to be thinking to myself, why didn't this come out in 10 parts in 2020? Why the hell didn't that happen?
Hitch, I'm optimistic with you, man. I mean, I'm ready to go to the show and see another Star Wars movie. You know, just because I'm at the show. I like going to the show. You know, give me a spectacle, give me some special effects. I mean, you know, give me some more advanced effects than what I would see in your regular Disney Plus show, and I'm happy. You know, I mean, give me a competent, complete story from beginning to end. You know, and I'll be happy. And put some lore in there that I can relate.
Which would you rather have? Would you rather have a story? Would you ever have like a let's say a nice story with some good characters and let's say mediocre special effects? Let's say we went back to like Return of the Jedi time frame special effects. So you're going to get
that was very advanced at that time, though.
Well, at that time, but not compared to what they do now. Like explosions were still multi-frame stop motion photography. There really wasn't a whole lot of CGI or computer animation going on. They were still making models. No,
I would like to point Empire Strikes Back stars a tiny green puppet. So it's not like they even had to reinvent the wheel to do this. They already had the puppets.
They already had the puppet. It was an actual puppet. Grogu's not a puppet.
But he could be. And if he
could be, but he's not. He's not. I think that's what your problem is with him. He's not a puppet. He's a animated character with no personality.
Okay, I'll break it down for you guys real quick. Right. The problem is we're on like year 5, right? And let's be honest, the story hasn't progressed. So now we're going to do another 2.5 hours of side quests, bro. I don't want side quests. Like that was fun on season 2. It was fun at the beginning of season 3. But this movie, this whole Mandoverse has like been so linear instead of growing. And now we have the Ahsoka series that made it more open. But it just, to me, like this whole like this side quest for four seasons. It's like, to me, it's gotten old, and now we're doing a movie that's 2 years too late.
So are they going? They're going. This is kind of going back. This is like before season 3, right? Right.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, the story isn't. Well, yes, it is a continuation of from season 3. I guess what T Mitch is trying to say is that what they're doing seems like it's a throwback to what they were trying to do in the beginning, instead of trying to progress the story. And my beef is that through these trailers so far, you're not really giving me what this story is about. There's no, I don't see an enemy or what have you, or maybe I don't need to see an enemy, but I don't see any type of plot. I just see a bunch of action scenes strung together, which, like I said, I mean, I'm glad to see because I haven't seen that in Star Wars in a while.
So maybe with the Empire references, maybe Mando's sort of on the fence as to whether he wants to continue on his own with Grogu or whether he wants to team up with a rebellion.
But
Okay,
he said, I mean, this could have been like 4 episodes strung together. I mean, you could have had a 4-episode season. Hell, they put like Knights of the Seven Kingdom in 6, episodes. You could have put this on TV, and just did your thing.
Yeah, so this is the official Star Wars synopsis of the movie. As the fledgling New Republic works to protect everything the rebellion fought for, they have enlisted the help of legendary Mandalorian bounty hunter Din Djarin.
So he has picked a side basically, and sort of
So all this is a side quest. So basically, all they're doing is, you remember at the end of that episode where they had the circle of like, the Empire, they had like they're like 8 members left, whatever, and they were in that room. So basically, they're like trying to rebuild the Empire, and Mando and Grogu are going to try to go out and take out these individual syndicates. Something we could have did in a season or a couple episodes, like it said, but we're just going to wrap it into a 2-hour movie. Throw in, I don't know, Din Djarin getting captured for whatever reason, losing his helmet for probably half the movie.
Throw in some Ghost members, Ghost crew members.
Throw in Zeb in there and
ghosts.
So I don't know. Just remember this, Candace, what your review is, because you said the same about Tron Ares.
I don't know.
To be fair to King, the movie hasn't come out yet.
True.
Yeah, right. It hasn't come out. You haven't seen it, so you don't know. And Tron. Let me start. We can go through Tron on a separate thing because that's a whole separate.
Have you changed your thing. Hey, have you changed your opinion? Have you changed your opinion?
No.
Okay.
I'm a Tron. Right. I'm definitely a Tron.
You can love this series, bro, but you gotta be realistic. I feel like you get like drunk sometimes on some of these like you get like it's okay to get Star Wars.
I've seen it. I've watched it several times, and I really can't find any. I even went back and watched the OG and that animated series, which kind of filled in the blanks between the original and legacy, and then leads up into Ares. I mean, I'm disappointed that they're not going to be able to do a 4th, because I think the Tron fan base would dig it. I mean, honestly, the build up.
It's not the fan base is a problem. The movie was a problem. It's not the whole lore and the fan base. This movie was crap. Kind of like. So, what made you change your opinion on episode 8 then, Ken? So if you're like this, like. Yeah, you forget. We have you live on the internet.
Because if you just go through it and say, like, okay, so Empire Strikes Back is my favorite. You can watch that, all time. And there's a new trilogy. Okay, so 7, 8, 9, 8. I thought was the strongest. So I guess that's why I don't hate it the most. As I don't like
you had a bad review about 8. You had a bad review of 8 and 9. You didn't like them.
Well, it's not I didn't like them. It's just I felt like they definitely didn't live up to the hype. I mean, I agree there. But I can watch the film. They're entertaining. If I watch something and I'm entertained and it's got rewatchability to me, and I'd like to talk about things about the film, then it's
so here she's backtracked.
It's a win.
We heard it here live.
But I'm not going to hate. I'm definitely not going to hate anything Star Wars related.
This is crazy.
Except for maybe the Christmas special. That might be the only thing that I would hate.
Ken has done a whole 180. Bro, the Ken we talked to last year, you were ripping apart these movies. Maybe you remember that?
I don't remember ripping them apart. Yes, I do hate Christmas. Yeah. Terrible holiday. You should just get rid of it.
We definitely need to go back. I'm going to go back and find these episodes.
What was that movie they did with Wilford Brimley? I have it. Wait a minute. I do have.
DP, you're muted.
I think I have it.
Can't hear you, DP. You're.
Yeah, he's muted.
I'm back.
There he is.
All right.
Wilford Brimley.
This. Oh wait, can you turn it around so it's
Ewok Adventure.
Can you read it, or is it backwards?
It's correct.
No, we can read it.
No, it's the
This-
Ewok Adventure.
Yeah,
That's
this
a
is
laser
this is
disc?
crap.
That
Yes.
is right there.
This is
Oh,
this
man.
is crap. This is from
Kenny.
George Lucas, the creator of Star Wars and Indiana Jones. This is garbage. Okay.
Okay.
If you want to watch this sometime and then review it, this is OG Star Wars. This was
We're about
out
to-
when Return of the Jedi, Empire Strikes Back had come out, and now was on video. Return of the Jedi was new in the theaters. This came out.
That was back when he was
This
trying
is
to make
crap.
Ewoks a thing.
So now we
And
have to,
all
now I have
about
to go back
And
and rewatch our episodes. The clip up, the clip up. Ken. I got to go back and rewatch
is your guy.
Oh yeah, and we got a lot of clips. We got a lot of clips.
Clip it, Ken,
Hey.
Ken, you realize the internet's undefeated, right? So you backtracked your statement
Yeah,
for
they are.
episode 9 and 8. You literally backtracked. You don't remember you went on a rant the one episode over these two movies?
I definitely
There
probably
it
went
is.
on a rant, but I mean, I think everyone's entitled to a rant every now and again.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, but then I can always go back and rewatch, and it's not like I'm being
And
paid
change.
for my opinion.
It sounds like you were. Somebody in Lucasfilm must have slid him a check because he's definitely did a 180 real quick.
I wouldn't be sitting here if they did.
They could have gave you maybe a couple $100. I mean, to make you sit here still. You know.
Ken is all in on Star Wars. That's okay. I mean, hey, hey, somebody's got to be. Like I said, I'm optimistic. I'm optimistic for this.
Yeah, I enjoyed the feeling of being able to go to a theater and watch a new Star Wars film. That
Star
was
Wars
great.
film.
After I had it in 1999.
And pray is
when
not
Phantom Menace
not
came out.
bad or whatever.
I mean, hey, I'll be there. We'll be there.
I'll be sitting there. I'll be like, I made my wife see this. She's
But
gonna
the
be-
question, but this is to close off this whole segment with this movie here before we dive into our Visions review. The big question me and DP always talk about is this movie was not meant for us. It's meant for a new audience. So the bigger gauge with Disney is looking at this movie is, Ken, are your kids going to go? DP, are you going to take your children? Hitch, you going to take your children? They probably don't want to see it, and that's the problem with this. I'm telling you right now, that's going to be the biggest issue with this movie.
Yeah, and you're right. Kids these days will not sit 15 seconds in one place for anything, unless it's YouTube or a TikTok.
I honestly think this Grogu movie is like a couple years too late. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, my wife still sees him on TV and say, "Look at that cute little Yoda, baby Yoda." Hey,
baby Yoda, right? And so the problem is they aren't like you said, Steele. I think we all said it. They're not putting this stuff out fast enough. They're not Stranger Things. They cannot make people wait 4 years between seasons for this stuff.
Yeah.
It's just
because when did season 3 come out? Like 22, 23, something like that.
It's been a long.
We reviewed it 2 years ago.
It feels like it's been forever.
Yeah. Because we got Ahsoka, we got everything.
I mean, this stuff's got to come out. The way the technology is, we're talking about technology, computer animation. You could bang this stuff out in a week. Come on. You don't.
I mean, it's not like
we started doing this during COVID. So the Mandoverse started in 2019. So now we're 7 years in, and we're still doing the same shit.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
And think about this: movies. Think about some movies that are like blockbusters. They can bang
years now.
Yeah, they don't need that much time to do a movie. They don't need that much time.
Hey, all I know is the clock is ticking. I'm not getting any younger. They better get to their point, So,
there's obviously a demand here for them to speed up the production line, right? To deliver the content we want. And that means, there's something there that can let them do that, right? That's going to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So the question is, are you then okay with that? if that means that we get 50 episodes of Star Wars TV a year, and they're using AI, and it's 2035 or whatever. It's 10 years from 9 years from now. Are you going to be okay with it being AI prefab?
Hey,
if they're gonna devote that much time to it, they better be able to put these things out. Snappity snap. I mean, they used to
also make them good.
I mean, yeah, TV shows. Think about TV shows in the 70s and the 80s. They would do 20 episodes a week, literally, and these things were gold. I mean, I'm talking like MASH, and
I mean, until you watch them back on YouTube and realize how much crappy they were. I used to be such a Knight Rider fan.
Knight Rider was great.
Knight Rider was good. There were 4 episodes that were good in Knight Rider. That was the 2 Goliath episodes and the 2 car episodes and the pilot 6 episodes. Okay. Other than that, I mean, I as a child, I thought it was great, and then I went back and watched them on YouTube and be like, okay, what is Michael Knight doing? And I'm seeing all like the plot holes and stuff
but you were sitting there watching that show when it was on. You were
when it was on.
You were like,
yeah, oh yeah,
wow, this is great. Look at the car.
I love that car. I love that car, man. I still do. Nostalgia. Hey, let's get to the episode. Let's get to the episode. All right. So with this 4th episode of Vision, I'm seeing where they're going. The future of Star Wars to me is pretty much anime, because that's what we've been seeing these past 4 episodes, right? And the way that they're positioning it and the way that the episode flows, I'm feeling it. I like the I was seeing like the Ahsoka race character and what race is like Ahsoka's what race are they?
I don't know what that's called.
She's a Twi'lek, right?
Yeah, Twi'lek, yeah.
Some kind.
Okay.
Yeah, some sort of Twi'lek, not like Bib Fortuna. They have that tentacle hair, not hair, head. But yeah, I totally agree with you, DP. The story writing can definitely go into the anime genre, like for real. Like it was down. They were reaching back and pulling out. We saw battle droids. We saw all kind of cool technology from all the stories. Think about everything that we have now was all in that episode. They were just taking little bits and pieces. The best part. But all the starships, battle scenes, the fighting, I enjoyed these characters. Like, I liked them. And how they can do that with a cartoon amazes me.
Just a matter of like 21 minutes and everything. The episodes aren't super long and everything. They get straight to the point. The plot is A, B, and C. You got like the betrayal of the one guy character and everything who went into like the mech suit. So we got like the anime and like the transition to like mech style. So that was like awesome to see. I'm like, okay, so this is like the innovative Star Wars we've been like clamoring for, talking about. Even though it's not like, I guess, technically canon. These to me, these miles will be like little side stories that happen in the universe that you can pretty much just make in the canon. It's the next evolution of where Star Wars should be as far as like the whole animated stuff.
No, it is. And like you said, it's these 21-minute shorts. It gives you a different feel, but it's just so crazy how you can give these producers like a canvas to do something and stay within the realm of Star Wars, right? But it be interpreted so differently. Like, this is a bounty hunter story, but it still had its. They put their kind of you have the anime spin on a Star Wars story. And that's all I think anybody ever wants with Star Wars, right? We're not asking for all these producers and these different studios to like necessarily follow George's way, right? But put your own spin on it. But at least stay on the road, stay in the lane, right? You don't have to swerve over.
And you could sort of tell like with the stories and like the characters they put in, they're still, even though it's not canon, they're still trying to fit it in the framework of what the universe
It feels
is.
like
So they respect the material so much it will still fit.
correct. It feels like it fits, and that's all we ever ask for, I think, with anything Star Wars.
And we don't, and it just proves that we don't need all the flash and the AI and all this technology they use with animation. Comic books, they use old school storyboarding. They draw the whole story. I don't know if they do that anymore, but they draw it up on a board in single block. Here's what happens here. Here's what happens here, and then they flesh it out with the animation. I mean, it's how storytelling. Like, I love comic books myself. I would go to a store, buy comic books based on the cover sometimes. That looks interesting. Read that. And the stories were short because most people's attention spans aren't very big. So you just have to have a story that gets to the point. 21 minutes is a great time frame for this type of thing. Would I like to see this one maybe go an extra 10 minutes? Hell yeah. Like, I'd like to have seen a little bit more. Like the kids escaped and they conquered this guy. What happened next? Yes, I know they went on, her and they went on to something, but I would like to have seen a little bit of the what came after. And that to me proves that there was a good.
You want to see the next adventure.
Right. I want to see the next thing.
You like the characters enough.
Yeah, and what, just to go back to my recanting of what I said about episode 8. I don't know. Maybe I watched it for the 20th time, and I was interested again. Like, I wanted to know what happened. Did episode 9 do it? I mean, I don't know. Maybe my opinion just changed a little bit. Maybe I watched it from a different point of view.
That can. It's called Star Wars Withdrawal.
It can happen.
It's what you have Star Wars Withdrawal. We all have it right now. It's okay.
I remember leaving.
But I could still go back and say that this is total trash. But if you guys want to watch it, if you got a Laserdisc player, I have it on VHS also.
He got it on Laserdisc and VHS.
Yeah,
that's a Star Wars for you. He can say it's trash, but he will get it on Laserdisc and VHS.
Right,
that's a dedicated man right there, man.
Yeah. But right, exactly, because I love it, right? But I will tell you that I probably would not buy this on Blu-ray at all, unless I needed a coaster for my end table. Then I would use the Blu-ray disc.
Ken, I don't think you will probably have to worry about that. It's definitely probably not on Blu-ray.
Oh, it is. It is. There's a limited edition, collector's edition steelbook of that fucker.
What?
And I'll tell you what, I'll never own it.
What is the plot of that? Because I've never seen that one. Yeah. Is it all about
the
rise of the military? The Empire? No, I've never seen it.
Look, it's right here. I'll show it to you. This is as far as you need to get. That's it. You saw it.
Man. That's world's largest CD, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
The world's largest CD.
World's largest CD.
Oh,
look, it's as big as my head.
It's a brand new
album. Yeah,
it's a shiny record. It's a shiny vinyl.
But I agree with DP 100%. These animated stories, these vision stories are Star Wars. Like, if we can say anything else, everything else is like not. These are definitely like, watch these if you want to enjoy the story again, because that's what I'm getting.
Yeah, if you want to get that feeling again.
You got Space Pursuit. You got a funny droid. Funny droids, I think, are very important to Star Wars.
And we're hurting children again, which is very important in this like Star Wars world. There's like children always are being enslaved and like made to
children
work.
Get hurt. That's an important distinction there.
Very true.
Right.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back. Don't really get any credit for the ruthlessness of this. Like, I feel like George R.R. Martin gets a lot of credit for just like killing characters and not caring and doing shocking things. But Star Wars literally had the main hero, like of the prequel trilogy, just cut down. Like it's definitely supposed to be understood he kills those children with that lightsaber, right?
Yep.
That
Cut him right in half.
and Star Wars got no credit for that as being like a shot.
It was just like, well, that's the way it is. You know,
That like you, if you
Skywalker,
didn't
this
know,
is-
you were actually watching those like in order, like you were really watching that story. And you were talking about it. You'd be like, man, at the end of book 3, holy shit! What do you see? What happens? You would not believe that at the beginning of the story. That little kid is going to cut all these. Like he's just going to go and murder everybody in this building, and it's all the people he knows, pretty much, even the kids he knows that know him by name. That's wild. And they don't get, and Star Wars doesn't get any credit for that because we already saw him choking people out in the future, right? But that's
Right.
you know, that's short. It's not like he just like was a part of a military coup or something like that. That's Barry level stuff. It's bad stuff.
It opens the door for all these other story writers to basically do whatever they want. They can hurt children. They can do whatever they want to them. There's zero repercussions for it because Anakin did it before and a lot worse.
Yeah, I'm wondering why they went this direction with like this particular season, because in the other season we got like variety of different animation styles from different studios and stuff. But I mean, they're just really leaning into like the whole anime thing. So far,
outside of
as I'm seeing.
outside of the first episode, was that the black and white one that was kind of like traditional?
Well, that's still anime-ish.
style, kind of like 80s.
Yeah.
A lot of these newer modern ones, they're very, like you're saying, they are very similar. Some may have like mech stuff you can pull from maybe like, I don't know, like a Cowboy Bebop. I will say, based on what I've seen, none of them have really been like modern anime, like the newer stuff, like I mean, why wouldn't they do something like One Piece inspired? You know, it's nothing like super new. Like maybe like I don't know, what's something I don't even know what's popular right now, but
like Demon Slayer.
Yeah, something like that. They haven't really pushed the envelope. That would be cool to do, but I haven't seen nothing. They've done more safe traditional stuff, like maybe your Gundam mech stuff, or maybe your Cowboy Bebop, or things like that. So just more traditional mediums. But yeah, I'd like to see them push the envelope and do something a little more modern.
They should do Speed Racer.
Speed Racer.
That would be a nice, like a pod race episode or whatever, however you want to do it. That would be fun.
Oh, a pod race series would actually probably be pretty good. Make it just like NASCAR. Just make
like
Marvel runs, but
put some real stakes in it. Yeah, that would be fun.
Do an S1 instead of F1, S1.
Star Wars.
Now that's interesting because something I've always thought about when I watch Phantom Menace is what if we had stories around the other racers, because they seem to, especially in the I don't know, there was a special edition of Phantom Menace that came out with added scenes just on the pod race, which gave you sort of backstories about a lot of the other racers. And some of them kind of had some checkered backgrounds that might make a nice story. I don't know. Just that's what I think. And I would watch that, especially if it was animated. In fact, I would prefer it if it was animated. I don't need it to be CGI'd and only any live action. But if these were animated stories about the individual racers,
in-universe pod racing documentary narrated by Liam Neeson about all these podcasts, pod racing. I want to see it. That's what I want more than anything in the world. I want him saying stuff like, Ben Quadraneros, he had 4 arms, but he got caught sleeping with his sister-in-law, and so his career was ruined. I just want to see stuff like that. So I care about this thing.
There's never too much Liam Neeson. I mean,
got caught sleeping with his sister-in-law. What are we?
I'm not going to be restricted by your media ignorance. You should be better read.
You want Geraldo to do this or what? I mean, you might be onto something.
Or is it Maury Povich?
is dead. Yeah,
What
Maury Povich
And
or
Quadrant
Geraldo, or Sally Jesse Raphael maybe might do like a individual breakdown of pod racers and their sexual
Their scandals.
Yeah, something.
Oh, whoa. We're talking about Star Wars here. There's no sex. There's no sex in Star Wars.
No underwear either. You remember.
Right. No one wears underwear in Star Wars.
No underwear. I believe that's a direct quote from the man himself.
I think if you read the book How George Came Up with It, he does mention that he didn't want anyone to have any underwear in the Star Wars universe.
And really, why? Once we get to self-cleaning fabric, why? Underwear's gonna go, right? Do we all believe that, or is that just this weird Scott thing tonight?
I think it was a real weird Scott thing, but you might have a point. Like, what do you need it for unless you're like soiling yourself?
This isn't underwear supposed to protect the clothes from the worst part.
Yeah, the worst part of us.
Unfortunately, guys, it's about that time.
What a way to leave it on, Clip that.
Yeah, clip that. Star Wars is underwearless. But no, guys, it's definitely been great to be back.
I didn't say that. He said it.
I don't know what he said, but I guess it'll be on the clip.
Yeah.
That's the thing about the future. They're going to clip it.
It is. Yeah, we'll be clipped up and they'll be like, yeah, look at these guys. Look at these old guys talking about Star Wars, people not having underwear. Like,
I don't know. I just figured.
Hey, those are the Dolores Hitler guys.
Yeah.
Right. Everyone's watching us.
The crazy part is a lot of these guys that are making fun of us about their underwear are literally sitting in the underwear in their face.
Yeah.
I'm in my own
stuff.
Pretty much.
Like, yeah. Like,
this is mine. I did this. This isn't because my mom said I had to stay down.
Right.
My wife said that. Right.
But yeah, guys, it's been fun. It's been another great episode. So until next week, guys, this is the way.
This is the way.